So let's talk about AI in education. For a lot of teachers, that phrase, artificial intelligence, might bring up some pretty strong feelings. But what if we thought about it differently? We're going to dive into how AI can be less of a robot overlord and more of a creative sidekick, all based on the fantastic book, 50 Strategies for Integrating AI into the Classroom by Donnie Piercy. Okay, this quote right here, this is everything. It perfectly captures that, wait, what just happened moment. You know, you might give an AI a pretty standard task, and you get back a perfectly fine, maybe B- answer. But then, you ask it to do something totally absurd, like turn that answer into a sea shanty. And boom, it does it. In seconds. And that's the moment the coffee goes flying, because you realize, oh, this isn't just a fancy calculator. This is a brand new playground.
All right, let's just go ahead and address the robot in the room. Literally, the arrival of tools like ChatGPT has, let's be honest, brought a lot of anxiety into the world of education. And it really all boils down to two big, flashing red light concerns that we have to tackle head on.
And here's the first one, the big one, the question on every teacher's mind. But can't my students just use this to cheat? And while that is a completely valid concern, the book offers a really powerful way to reframe this. It suggests that a student's first instinct isn't actually to cheat, it's to be curious.
The other huge fear is the teacher bot takeover. You know, the idea that this technology is going to march in and make educators totally obsolete. But the reality, well, it's a lot more hopeful. The real argument here is that AI is a support system. It's not here to take your job. It's here to help you do it, offering way more help than hindrance.
So let's really flip this script. The trick is to see AI not as some kind of automated teacher, but just as a new, really powerful tool in your toolbox. You know, just like the calculator was, or the internet was. It doesn't actually change the fundamentals of what makes you a great teacher.
Because think about it. This technology, as flashy as it is, doesn't change the heart of teaching one bit. Good pedagogy, you know, the actual craft of teaching, is still king. Building real positive relationships with your students, that matters more than ever. And yeah, reading a story aloud from a real paper book, still cool. An AI can't connect with a struggling student. It can't create a safe, vibrant classroom. That's all human. That's all you.
And just so we're all on the same page, when we're talking about AI in this explainer, we're mostly talking about generative AI. These are the big names you've heard of: ChatGPT, Bard, and so on. Basically, they're tools that can create brand new stuff. Text, pictures, you name it. Just from the instructions you give them. It's like having a brainstorming partner on call 24/7.
Okay, enough with the theory. How do you actually put this stuff to work in a real, chaotic, busy classroom without needing a PhD in computer science? Let's get into some really practical, high-impact strategies you can use, like tomorrow.
Every single teacher knows this special kind of panic. It's 5 a.m., you wake up sick, and you have exactly zero prep done for a substitute. Well, instead of that mad scramble, picture this. You grab your phone, open a chatbot, and you just type, "I teach 4th grade social studies, my class is from 9 to 10, and I have no copies." And in seconds, bam, a full, workable lesson plan for the day. It is an absolute, life-altering game changer.
But it's not just about saving your skin when you're sick. This is where it gets really, really fun. AI can be an incredible spark for creativity. So you take an AI image generator, and you don't just ask for a picture of a dog. No, you give it a completely wild prompt. You mash up something famous with something ridiculous, just to see what the heck it comes up with. And the result? It's just amazing. You get these swirling, starry night-style paintings of golden retrievers and astronaut helmets. But here's the magic trick. That picture isn't the final assignment. It's the start of one. It's a story starter. It's a way to talk about art history. It's a deep dive into how our words can create a visual style.
Now, if you're wondering, okay, great, where do I even begin? The book breaks it down into a few main types of tools. You've got your chatbots for planning, your image creators for awesome projects, and even tools you already use, like Canva, that are adding AI features. The key here is not to learn them all. Just pick one that sounds interesting and start messing around with it.
So, one of the biggest messages from the book isn't just to use AI, it's to play with it, to push it, to see what it does when you give it a ridiculous prompt. It's really all about sparking that sense of curiosity, not just in your students, but in yourself too.
But all that playing around has to come with a healthy dose of critical thinking. And here's a perfect, kind of mind-bending example. The author, Donnie Piercy, was reading an article listing all the problems with AI, and he realized that the person credited with writing that exact section was ChatGPT itself. I mean, wow! It's a powerful reminder of just how complex and weird this new world is.
And that whole story leads us right to a huge, crucial question for us and for our students. An AI only knows what it's been taught. It only has the data it's been fed. So, how can we spot what it's missing? What perspective isn't there? What context is it blind to? This right here is why the human teacher is more important than ever before.
So you see, the ultimate goal here isn't just about being more efficient or making cool pictures of space dogs. It's about thoughtful, intentional experimentation. It's about constantly asking ourselves, how can this thing, this tool, spark curiosity and actually enhance learning for my specific students?
So really, the final piece of advice is just this. Have fun. Don't be scared of it. Don't worry about doing it right. Just dive in. Ask it to turn Hamlet into a sea shanty. Ask it to explain quantum physics in the style of a pirate. See what it's good at, and more importantly, see what it's bad at. Because when you learn how to play with the tool, you start to understand its limits, and that's where the real teaching begins.